What is up, guys? We are going to be reacting to 10 people eaten by wild animals. So let's get to it.
Attention to these following animals because it may come in handy when you answer our quiz. The most creative and high-rated answer will get pinned, making you the envy of the internet. Now, before we head off into the wild, be sure to grab that shark repellent and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Please check out our friend at The Hub for amazing list videos about incredible people, science, technology, and extraordinary events. We love these guys, and if you love them too, please subscribe. Down Under. If we learned anything from Crocodile Dundee, it was that Australia can be beautiful but also incredibly dangerous. Take the case of Jeremy Doble as proof. The 5-year-old was playing near his home when the family dog ran off into a swamp. Jeremy, naturally, followed. Unfortunately, the quest to coax the dog back home put Doble within striking distance of a lurking croc. When authorities captured the 14-foot-long croc, they could confirm it was Jeremy's killer thanks to the remains in its stomach. Hungry like the wolf. The small Afghan village of Altamosham Shoril found out that horror movie scenarios do come true. You see, the town is at the base of the Spingar Mountains, home of many animals, including wolves. Unfortunately, after a rather harsh winter, a group of wolves came down in search of food. The desperate animals were so hungry they even attacked some of the villagers, including a 6-year-old named Abdullah. Out looking for firewood, the young boy didn't stand a chance against the ravenous pack. Terminator Tiger. If we told you to beware of the murderous T-24, would you be on the lookout for a tiger or Terminator? In this case, T-24 was the name given to an especially aggressive tiger in India. On 2 separate occasions, authorities searching for missing people found partially eaten bodies within a few hundred meters of the carnivore. Blood trails, the fact T-24 had a radio collar, and the report that searchers found him well fed all suggest this tiger had a taste for humans. Unusual python. Despite what Hollywood has to say, pythons aren't known for attacking and eating humans. In South Africa, an unnamed 10-year-old boy unfortunately found out that Hollywood might be right. It is believed the snake had recently awoken from hibernation. A group of boys playing nearby attracted the hungry serpent, who locked on to one victim. While his friends ran in terror, the snake strangled and swallowed the boy. Jaws. Heading back to Australia, we find ourselves confronted with the story of Sam Kellett. The 28-year-old was spearfishing off the coast of Adelaide when he had an encounter with a great white shark. According to his friends, all they saw was a shark tail thrashing around and then red water where Kellett once was. Authorities were unable to locate the shark, but they did find 2 weights and a spear gun, which had the evidence of shark bites. Okay, having seen some pretty dangerous animals featured here so far, what's one wild animal that scares you more than any other? If you're coming up blank, watch these following cases and see if they inspire your answer. Cougars. No, not the 40-something bar-going women. In this instance, we're talking about the mountain lions, who seem to make news every now and then for attacking hikers and cyclists. Robert Navoyski was neither a hiker nor a cyclist. The New Mexico native was simply outside his mobile home one day when a cougar attacked. A search party found his body a week later. The cougar had dragged it into the woods and partially eaten it. Squeal like a pig. Remind us to never mess with the mob. When rivals got their hands on Francesco Racosta, they naturally beat him up pretty good. They didn't beat him to death, however. No, instead they fed Racosta, still very alive, to a bunch of starving hogs. The pigs didn't leave a trace of Racosta's body. Not a laughing matter. If you've ever watched a nature documentary, then you know that hyenas are considered the laughing jokers of the animal kingdom. That reputation kind of obscures the fact that they are still scavengers that, if hungry enough, will try to eat anything. An unnamed 45-year-old Nairobi man found this out when he was walking home. Even though the man's partially eaten body was found near the village, experts later confirmed it was the work of hyenas. You booze, you lose. Over the last 2 years, villagers from the Indian village of Badef have been getting attacked and eaten by a leopard. According to authorities, the latest victim was a 44-year-old man who was stumbling home intoxicated. In fact, the leopard tends to prey on the drunk. It's just that they make for easier targets. The Russian bear. bears, they don't usually go after humans and often stay away. However, when they get really hungry, like one group of bears in Kamchatka did, they'll eat pretty much anything. Two security guards at a remote mine found this out when a swarm of bears descended on the area and actually ate them. It turns out salmon poaching had deprived the bears of their favorite food, leading the ravenous pack to the nearby mine. So now that you've taken all that in, have you finally decided which animal scares you the most? What do you think?
But another one. Video.
While you may think your baby's only superpowers include turning you into a sleep-deprived zombie and knocking you unconscious with their stinky diapers, the truth is your bundle of joy is packing some serious skills that are more than worthy of tights and a cape. Although many of these extraordinary abilities are short-lived, it shows how truly powerful babies can be, even if they can't walk, talk, or do anything on their own. From being able to reach